Makai Lemon, is he the next Jaxon Smith-Njigba? Now, while I don't see Makai Lemon as a true one-to-one comparison, there are clear differences in Lemon's game, traits that separate him and make him his own version of what today's new age NFL wide receiver is supposed to look like and play like. So today, I want to walk through the key points of Makai Lemon's NFL draft profile. First, I'm going to start off by defining what today's new age NFL wide receiver archetype looks like. Then we'll examine how Makai Lemon fits that mold, both analytically and stylistically, before closing with film that reinforces the data. So how do we actually define today's new age NFL wide receiver? I went back through scouting reports from recent NFL draft classes and bucketed a sample of about 10 receivers who have translated clearly to the NFL, most notably at the top of this list, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. and Jaxon Smith-Njigba. From there, I isolated the core traits in their scouting profiles that have consistently carried over at a high level, and here's what stood out. Today's NFL wide receiver archetype is no longer defined by size or alignment, but by versatility, football IQ, and functional playmaking ability. Modern wide receiver ones are alignment flexible chess pieces who can operate from the slot, play outside as needed. They can win in traffic and consistently get open to move the chains. They separate with route tempo and leverage rather than pure speed and physical traits. They are also dynamic playmakers after the catch, capable of making defenders miss, running through contact, and creating extra yards. So how does Makai Lemon stack up? The average build for this new age wide receiver archetype comes in at around 6 foot and 188 pounds. Makai Lemon, he is listed at 5'11", 195 pounds, placing him firmly in the same physical range as players like Jaxon Smith-Njigba and Amon-Ra St. Now let's talk about what he can do after the catch. Now this is that running back aspect with the football in his hands. Now in 2025, Lemon, he recorded 500 yards after the catch, aligning directly with the production profile of top NFL wide receivers. Now, this wasn't screen-driven production. This wasn't throws behind or at the line of scrimmage. His average depth of target was north of 10 yards, so more of an intermediate pass catcher, which aligns with his slot usage off of RPOs and play action, which absolutely aligns with the 50 forced missed tackles that he recorded just a season ago. Now, his contested catchability is also elite for his stylistic profile for a guy that is only 5'11". Lemon posted a 67% contested catch rate this past season, consistently finishing through contact. Now, when you stack it all together, the build, the usage, the yards after contact production, his contested catchability, and that chain moving ability, getting the first downs as needed, it absolutely mirrors what we see from today's top NFL wide receivers. Now let's jump into the tape and take a look at a few examples that directly reinforce what the data is telling us. Okay, the first clip, this play really encapsulates everything I just noted before. The route running, the after catchability, in his case, the speed and athleticism to separate from defenders. Now he is in the slot here at the top of the screen. It is a simple slant route, nothing spectacular here, and it is against man coverage. The DB is in a good spot, but Lemon makes the catch on the run and breaks that initial arm tackle. And as I mentioned earlier, these are not screen and catch situations where he is accumulating yards after the catch in an easy way with blockers in front of him. He is literally catching these at the intermediate range and making things happen. Now this next play, it's a spot route versus zone coverage. Lemon, he's going to be in the slot at the bottom of the screen here. He is going to get about 10 yards of depth here. He's going to sit right between these three defenders. It is a good throw. And once that ball is in his hands, that's where the magic happens with Makai Lemon. He's going to pick up plus 20 yards or more after the catch if you're a poor tackling team or if you're in bad position. And that's all he needs. He just needs a little bit of room to make something like this happen. This is very Amon-Ra St. in terms of stylistic comparison, in my opinion. Now, here's another banger right here, another after the catch masterpiece by Makai Lemon here. He's going to just sell the vertical route and he's going to run a comeback, and that DB really has no chance in man-to-man coverage. Lemon's going to snag it, and he's going to turn it upfield. He's going to make a play after the catch, make a couple people miss. And as I already mentioned, if you give this guy any amount of space in the open field, he can take it 20 or 30 yards or all the way to the house. And in this instance, that's absolutely what he does. Now to cap this off, here's everyone's favorite play that he made just this past season in the Michigan game. Lemon showing off the contested catchability getting physical with the defensive back. This is a perfectly placed ball, by the way, by Jordan Maeva. Now, Lemon's going to make an unbelievable adjustment here. He's going to make the catch for the touchdown. These are the things that JSN was doing at the college level while at Ohio State, and these are the things that translated to the NFL level and what you're seeing from him with the Seattle Seahawks. Makai Lemon has just about everything you want at the wide receiver position. The route running, the after catch ability. He can make plays in contested situations and bail you out and get first downs in critical third down moments. That's what you have to have in today's NFL. Lemon can provide this, and that is why I have him as my wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 in this class. I am still debating on him or Carnell Tate. I do think it boils down to offensive structure and fit once the dust settles on the 2026 NFL draft in terms of which one will come off the board first. Okay, I want to ask you, the viewer, what are your thoughts? Is Makai Lemon even remotely comparable to JSN or Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is he your wide receiver 1 or your wide receiver 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. As always, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more NFL draft content right here at Football Scout 365.